Hello friends, let's start with today's headlines. Taliban says no plan to fuel terror in Kashmir. Cyclone Amphan at the time of corona pandemic. 5,611 new corona positive cases in the last 24 hours. Trump wants WHO to take necessary reforms or else will quit. Today's first news. Taliban clarifies that it does not interfere in the internal matters of other countries. Suhail Shaheen, the spokesperson for the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, in his tweet clarified that the statement going around in the social media that Taliban could join Pakistan-sponsored terrorism in Kashmir is totally wrong, and also made it clear that it doesn't interfere in the internal affairs of other countries. It is interesting to note that these remarks came from Shaheen after some tweets attributed to a Taliban spokesperson, Zabihullah Mujahid, claimed that it was impossible to be friends with India unless the Kashmir dispute is resolved. Next news. With the pandemic stretching its arm far and wide, taking the death toll worldwide beyond 3 lakhs, now India and Bangladesh face a new challenge. It's the Cyclone Amphan, which initially developed in the Bay of Bengal and as time passed turned into a super cyclone and is now heading towards India and Bangladesh. More precisely, it would first hit the Sundarban region by the evening of May 20. India and Bangladesh are bracing for Amphan because it's the only second super cyclone to hit the Bay of Bengal after the one in 1999 that killed around 10,000 people. People lying in the coastal areas are in immediate danger and evacuation is still going on. If we go by reports, till now 4,30,000 people have been evacuated in India and around 2.2 million evacuated in Bangladesh. Strong winds and heavy rains have already made their way to the coastal towns. Evacuating and shifting millions of people safely to the shelter homes, keeping in line with the social distancing norms and all other safety measures will be a challenging task. The latest update is that Cyclone Amphan has weakened from a super cyclone to an extremely severe cyclonic storm. Next news. During the last 24 hours, India registered highest 5,611 new COVID-19 cases and reported 140 deaths. With this, the total number of cases in the country stands at 1,06,750 and this includes 3,303 deaths. Tamil Nadu and Gujarat reported more than 12,000 confirmed cases, while Maharashtra is still battling with the virus with more than 37,000 cases. As the lockdown has been eased and people are returning to their home states, new cases are being detected every day. The northeastern states, which were able to handle the pandemic successfully, are now struggling as the number of cases are climbing every day. And today's last news. Donald Trump gives WHO Director General 30 days ultimatum to show substantive improvements that the UN agency is not biased towards China. And if the WHO fails to take necessary actions, the US may permanently freeze its funds and also in adverse case may walk out of the organization. Trump had earlier accused WHO of favoring China and branded it as a puppet of China. After this episode, the World Health Organization member states agreed to launch an investigation into its coronavirus response.